Thank you so much for listening to BRIMBANK Live on Live FM. You've got the Sonya and Sacha for Real show. We are at the African Music and Cultural Festival at the Immigration Museum, celebrating diversity and harmony. And such a special guest who has some moves we didn't even know about. We just saw at the dance floor, the Right Honourable Lord Mayor Sally Capp. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
so much.
It's lovely to see you both, and thanks for being here.
We couldn't wait, because we can't wait to leave our houses and get away from our children, because we're in lockdown for a long time. So we need to get out of here, you know what I'm saying? How great is Melbourne buzzing at the moment? I think you said before, you're bringing back the buzz.
Yeah,
what
it's all about that. Look, we had such a tough year, but we also showed how much we care about each other.
Yes, we did.
So it was a big year of unity last year, believe it or not. And now as we're coming out and the restrictions are easing, we're doing everything we can in the city to encourage people in, to feel COVID confident, to come into events, and we're throwing everything at it. Everything from cleaning the streets, of course, but through to some fantastic events. We're here at the African Music and Cultural Festival. What a great way to bring back the buzz. I mean, the music is irresistible. You can't help but
move.
You've
got the moves,
going.
girlfriend.
We didn't know. We didn't know, Sally
You
Capp.
look hot up there.
We don't get to dance often enough these days,
No.
I don't reckon. So we've got that happening, but, you know, Melbourne Food and Wine Festival, Comedy Festival, through to these sorts of community events. It means people come into the city, and so many people say to me, it's the first time they've been here in 12 months.
No.
And then that gives them the confidence to come back again. So it's been a really big effort.
And
We
these
love it.
guys put together a really COVID-safe event, which makes people feel really confident to actually come back into the city.
Well, you're so right, because for organisations like this, through to even the tennis, which has thousands of people working for it, getting that COVID safe plan right is absolutely essential, because we can't give permits unless the plans are in place. And that means that people, well, I think if the community know that, if the public know that, they should feel more confident to come in, because so much care goes into preparing those plans and making sure that you can have a good time in a safe way.
Absolutely. Do you know what I'd like to say on behalf of the two of us, because we speak about you a little bit, Sally Capp. You've never met us before. We've never met, but we wanted to say thank you for leading us through a really difficult year. We've seen how genuinely passionate you are about our city, and how, you know, it's been tough, hasn't it? How's it been for you?
Oh gosh, it's been tough. I remember, because I got to go to work every day last year. That was a bonus for me, and I live in the city as well.
Right.
So to stand in Swanston Street and have nobody there, it was
eerie, wasn't it?
Eerie, it was scary, it felt completely surreal. And it's not Melbourne. Melbourne is about bringing people together. It's the thing we love, the festivals and events. It's the things that stimulate and provoke and amuse us. It's an economy and a community that's absolutely about people enjoying each other's company and having a good time together. So for those 12 months, it was devastating. We had our pedestrian count down as low as 97% lower than normal times.
Wow.
Which meant I could confidently say to the Premier that people were adhering to the restrictions. And even today, it's slowly but surely, because we're still only at about 50% of normal foot traffic around the city. So there's still a lot of hardship out there with our small businesses, particularly, that rely on that sense of the public coming back in and just pulsing through our streets.
And knowing that you've got their back and you've got their support, that is so important, to be able to encourage people to come back into the city.
It
because
is,
businesses really need to start to thrive again.
Yeah, they do. And they're relying on all of us. So it's a group effort. And we showed we could do that last year in responding to the pandemic. So we're looking for more of that as we go forward. But I've got to say, Melbourne has a great reputation for collaboration, for really cooperating, for supporting each other. There's a lot of civic pride about Melbourne as well, and as people come back into town, I think they, like I did, you know, I realised how much I'd taken for granted about Melbourne. And when you can't have it anymore, you realise you really wanted it, even if you didn't acknowledge it every day. So everything from those amazing cultural institutions, we're here at the Immigration Museum, the NGV, the library, through to the little bars and cafes that you didn't know there. And our parks, I've been doing a lot in our parks today. We've gone from, previous to COVID, we would collect 2 tonnes of rubbish a week from our parks, to now we collect 8 tonnes of rubbish a week from our parks, because people are using them.
Wow.
And they've really come out of apartments, out of homes, out of the suburbs, and they're coming into these fantastic places. So there's a lot to look forward to.
Now I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you get to this top job? I mean, were you like the little girl in Careers Day that just said, I want to be the Lord Mayor?
No.
Like, what do you want to do for a job when you grow up? I want to be the Lord Mayor.
If
Like,
only I'd known. No,
yeah, like,
I
how
wasn't.
did this happen?
Well, I've been in the private sector most of my life as a business person, and I've been a lawyer. I've had my own small business. I've worked in big organisations like banks. And but all that time I've been a Melbourne girl. You know, I absolutely love so much.
So you're born
of
and
Melbourne.
bred here?
Sort of, kind of.
Sort of,
yeah,
kinda,
let's call it that.
Yeah.
Most of my life. I have lived away and come back again. And a couple of years ago, I started seeing some of the things that were happening. There was a lot of controversy at Town Hall, and I felt really disappointed that, you know, such an institution and that role was being put into disrepute. And one night, lying in bed on a Sunday night when I was tired, never a good time to make a decision. My husband and I were talking about it, and we said, well, we should just have a go. So
That's
completely out of the blue.
That was it.
That was it. We put our hand up. I say we because it's such a team effort, and I'm lucky to have a lot of support. But literally, we said, oh, we'll do it. We went to Officeworks, got a whole lot of new colour-coordinated pens and files.
Oh,
No way.
And then sat down in our dining room and went, what happens next? We had no idea. But filled with a passion, thinking that I had some good experiences from the private sector to bring to the role, and feeling that it was really important, that just motivated us to go through the process. It's not fun, I've got to say, doing elections isn't fun.
No,
but
that's
it's
not
worth
fun.
it.
And so when you won, what did that feel like?
Incredible. It was really incredible. So it was a big surprise because I'd really come from no experience to putting my hand up and getting through. I felt a big sense of responsibility because there's just so much that needs to be done, and it's a very busy agenda at Town Hall. And I also feel really honoured and grateful as well. I mean, I've never felt more connected to my city. I get to meet the most amazing people. I get to have fun, and I get to feel like I'm really making a contribution to some of the big challenges that we're facing.
So on the first day of your job, okay, because Sonya and I have this thing where, you know, we have this, fortunately enough, we have this incredible resume of stuff that we've done. And then sometimes somebody will introduce us, and there's a little voice in my head that goes, are you really talking about her? Okay. What's the syndrome that we call it?
Imposter
syndrome.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. I forgot.
Exactly.
Otherwise known as fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. And so I just, as you know, like two chicks talking to you.
Yeah.
Do you ever get on the first day of your job and you were like, oh, what the hell? Like, I have no idea what these people are talking about. I don't know about this sort of thing. Like, did you ever get to that?
Oh, of course. It happens all the time.
Because it happens to us all the time.
Of course. But I remember going into our town hall chamber where we conduct our formal business, and I had robes on and I had the chains on.
Did you
and
take
I get
a selfie?
there,
Because I'd be taking
lots.
a selfie.
And my husband, he's the selfie king. So taking lots of photos, and then they said, oh, well, you're chairing this meeting. And I went, what? I've got to start straight away. Don't I get to ease into this? Anyway, everybody very supportive there at Town Hall, and they gave me papers and showed me what I needed to do. But of course, I have imposter syndrome sometimes when I'm particularly standing in front of audiences. And at the moment, everybody's really looking for answers, and they're looking for ways forward and for some certainty as well after a year of so much uncertainty.
We're all trying to just figure it out.
Yeah, but the great thing is we're doing it together, and I think that really makes a difference. So that's good. That helps me anyway.
Do you know what I've really loved about watching you on the media and, you know, wherever you are? You keep it so real, and this is the Sonya and Sacha for Real show, because we love to know what do you know for real about what you do. Who do you model yourself on? Where does that inspiration come from? Because there's no BS, Sally. You're just straight in there. If you need to change something, you change it. All right, we got that wrong. We're fixing it up now. There's no political speak. It's just you're a real woman. And we feel that, you know, because we're so used to the jargon. You're not a jargon girl, and it's just incredible.
No. And look, it's been good for me because I came in as an independent, so I'm not trying to represent a party. I'm genuinely representing the people. And for me, it makes such a difference. I'm not beholden to a party platform or to things I don't believe. I'm genuinely just here to make a difference. And so there's been a bit of an unshackling. And also, I'm at that stage of my life where there's no point in even trying to be something I'm not.
Yes.
So I
That's the
feel
blessing
comfortable.
of getting older, isn't it?
Well, it is. And look, I've done enough humiliating things in my life. I've made enough mistakes. I know what it feels like. You build up a lot of resilience to those things, don't you? So, no, I'm in for it. And look, I think if I'm real, it gives everybody else permission to be real. And that creates a different environment.
You can tell because everybody who's around you and the people who organised today and the people that we know from Melbourne City Council, you know, we've got some really great mates there because we've run some events in Melbourne over the years as well. You know, they're smiling. There's no about it. There's no, I got another event, you know, where are we now? You've got some really good fresh faces out there.
Yeah.
So tell us your favourite thing that's coming up in Melbourne. What are we expecting for the rest of the year?
There's just so much to choose from. But of course, I'll keep saying Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
Yes.
It's a global event and this team have managed to put on it in a COVID-safe way here in Melbourne. It's the biggest of its kind around the world at the moment. And we should be really proud. And this year it's a lot of local talent, as you can imagine. So we've got a lot to celebrate there. But as we go forward, one of the really special things that's coming up, and it does happen in winter because we want to make sure people keep coming back, is a new festival called Rising. And it's mostly a nighttime festival, and it's really going
we get to go out with people. No kids, no kids.
Exactly.
Bring our kids.
Come on in.
No. Say no kids.
No kids.
Oh, I love it. That's my favourite.
No kids for Sonya and Sacha.
No.
That's our everybody else, but
We've
not
been
us.
parenting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for an
I
entire
feel
year.
your
We
pain.
want,
It's one thing I felt grateful about. Mine are grown up and they've left the roost, so I didn't have to worry. But look, there are some new things to look forward to. So lots
what
of
are we
the
going
things
to do
we
at this
love.
event? I'm excited about.
Oh, it's mysterious and it's dark and it's confronting and it's shocking and you're going to love it. And it's down laneways and it's in evenings and it's going to be really fun.
Definitely not a kids event, is it?
Well, there'll be elements that are kid friendly. Let's just clarify here. But, you know, post 10 p.m, I reckon you should be coming in on your own and you're going to really enjoy it. And it's the biggest festival where we've combined with the state government and we've got some amazing talent and they're really shaking up the city so you can experience it in a way that you've never done before. And it includes Town Hall, so there's a whole new experience at Town Hall. Things on the river. It starts in May.
Okay.
So look out for it.
For?
Rug up, wear your best coat.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, don't worry, we will.
Come on in. Oh, it goes over 4 weeks. So there's
so we
plenty
can't
of
miss
programming. No,
We can't miss this. We are very, very excited
and
about
of course,
this.
lots of food offers involved, fantastic events in our little bars and things. So it's the mixture of everything we love, plus something new.
So tell us, where do you go? Like, what's your little hub? Like, where do you go for your coffee? Have you got a favourite spot?
I'm so lucky. There are so many great spots. And I try to mix it up. I do very well on the eating and drinking around Melbourne. Sacrifice myself.
Oh, it's a hard job,
but
isn't
there
it?
are some great places where you say to somebody, oh, you know, have you been to Angel Bar? And they'll say, never heard of it.
No.
And it's one of those places, it's on Burke Street at the top end. And if you don't know it's there, it's so easy to walk past it. So cool. If you want a bit of a boogie late at night, that's
Angel
the
Bar.
place to go.
Really?
Angel Bar, for example.
And is it, well, because, you know, I don't want to be going out with like 20-year-olds. I need to be kind of, you know, well, I know we're 23, Sonya. I know that's
I mean,
it.
come on.
Like,
Why
I know.
don't you? I do.
I know.
Makes
Actually,
me feel young.
I know, but like, where do I can't believe I'm asking you. So where do bars go? Like, where do we go? Because you know, like that, you would say, you know, when you're 25, where would you go?
Well, look, I think another good thing that I love is that there's something for everybody. So if you want to, so for example, if you like some of the bands from my time, which is a long time ago, you can go to the Cherry Bar because they really support.
Cherry Bar's cool.
So cool. And you'll see my crowd there. I'm older than you. But then they have new talent and then the younger kids come in and they take over the bar for that bit. But if you go to jazz clubs, for example, you get really sophisticated and
you're going
really
out all the
enjoyable.
time?
All
Like-
the time.
We've got
Why do you
everything
think
here,
I look
haven't
like
we?
this?
I
We've
know,
got-
you
you
look
look
amazing.
amazing.
I'm exhausted.
You
look
look
amazing.
amazing.
In a good way, in
Are
a
you
good
going
way.
out tonight?
I am going out tonight,
Oh,
yeah.
really?
But just going out with mates. And, you know, the other thing is that trying to get to some local restaurants because the ones that have survived have done so well to survive. So just going to a local tonight and looking forward to it.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
hopefully we see you out. We need to go out with you one night.
Come out with me.
We
We'll
do
have
need.
so much
We're
fun.
going to
Go to the
hook
Angel
up. We're
Bar.
going to hook
Yeah.
up. Need Angel Bar.
Yeah,
Sally-
I'm
Sally's the
easily
angel.
led astray. I hope you are
Oh my
too.
God, are you serious?
We are easy to
We are
Somebody
very
says,
easily-
let's go here, and I go, okay.
Okay,
let's go.
yep.
We're very-
I'm actually going out tonight too. The
Oh, where are you
tequila bar. The
going?
tequila
Oh,
bar.
nice.
I haven't been there before. Is it cool?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you like tequila?
I do actually. I do, but I do.
We need
I
to
do.
get Sally's number. Sal,
Yeah,
what's
with
this one
Sally.
like?
Yeah.
he'll
But
hook
we
us up
need
with
to
all
hook
the
out
best
with
But
you.
I'm the Lord Mayor, so they're all good.
Oh, no, that's okay. No, that's okay. Because, you know, like, it's nothing like saying, where are you going out tonight, right? Well, then when, you know, like when you're at school and the mums go, where are you going out? Oh, no biggie. Just going out with the Lord Mayor for a couple of tequila shots. No
Jelly.
big
Are
deal.
you jelly?
Yeah,
Are you jelly?
Yeah. She's the coolest friend that we know. Sonya and I, when we actually get someone and we get a friend, we
Yeah.
don't let you go. So just letting you know, we're
Looking
keeping
forward
you.
to it now. You
Awesome.
don't get to leave.
First
For
round's on
real?
us. For real.
Oh,
Oh,
come on. There's the grab. The African
grab.
Music and Cultural Festival celebrating diversity and harmony. You have been listening to the incredible role model, cool chick,
And
friend
your
of
friend.
ours, friend of the show.
Friend of the
You're too
friend of ours.
The
We're
right-
taking her home.
The Right Honourable
We're taking you
Lord
home.
Mayor Sally Capp. Thank you for being
Great
with us
to
today.
be
You're
here.
brilliant.
And thanks for supporting this event.
Oh,
and
thank you for having us.
For spreading the joy.
Thank you.
And all that energy you've got. I love it.
Oh,
You've
we
just
love you.
re-energized me. I'm going back on that dance
Yeah,
floor.
Joe, we're going to dance with you too.
Bring it on. Live FM, Sonya and Sacha for real at the African Music and Cultural Festival. See you after the break.
Sonya and Sacha, for real.